And he said to them, you are making my temple, my sanctuary, a den of what? Thieves. Spiritual robbers were in the church. And he cast them out. How do we get rid of spiritual robbers? All right, here it is. I want you to prayerfully drive out the spiritual robbers. I don't want you to start making any lists. That's not your role. Pray and ask God to remove the spiritual robbers. So this is a spiritual battle. It is not a physical battle. When we get into physical battles with spiritual robbers, it causes what in the church? Division and strife. That's not what we want to do. Our role is to do what? To pray. And we can remove those spiritual robbers. The removal process can be physical. You will look around as God begins to move in your church and move you towards a point of becoming a house of prayer. You will look around and sister such and such or brother such and such won't be here anymore. They would have transferred their membership. They would have retired and moved to Maryland or to Florida or to Atlanta. And you're wondering, well, what happened to them? The Lord removed them because of your prayer. And so sometimes it is a physical removal. You're not going to do it. God is going to do it. He will remove them. Sometimes the removal can just be the person will stay, but he will remove their cantankerous and rebellious nature. I'm talking about removing spiritual robbers from your church. It's a difficult concept, but it's biblical. So some subtraction must occur for the kingdom of God to be multiplied. Did you get that? Most times, a breakaway is a breakthrough. You didn't get it. Sometimes a breakaway is a breakthrough. And so no organization is going to be able to advance if there are individuals or things holding it back. In the news this past week, the CEO of McDonald's, I know you don't need the McDonald's, but listen to me, of McDonald's resigned. And I was very interested in the story because he is an African-American male. And whenever I see males in high positions like that, again, I look up to them. I don't look up to basketball and football players. And so I was just interested in the whole story. But after his resignation, listen to me, after his resignation, the stock of McDonald's went up 3%. Sometimes things have to be what? Removed before advancement can take place. And so God's house, the church, cannot be the den, the hangout for practicing thieves and a house of prayer at the same time. Ex-thieves, yes. Practicing thieves, no. And so you cannot develop spiritually if there are things in your life that are holding you back, right? I don't have the time to do it, but I usually, when I do these workshops on a full day, when we have a full day to do them, I usually call a volunteer up and I give them a jar full with rocks. And then I give them a nice pretty rock and I ask them to put this rock into the jar. What is the only way that I'll be able to get that rock that's outside the jar into the jar that's already full with rocks? I got to take something what? Out. Spiritual robbers got to go where? Out. You're going to have to create a void in your church. And so you cannot expect the church to grow and to flourish if there are things in the church that are crowding Christ and prayer out. I'm going to move on because I usually get into trouble. But spiritual robbers have to do what? They have to be removed. How? Prayer. Through prayer. No list, Keep praying. God knows who they are. He will remove them.